Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, December 30, 2023, a little after 3:15 p.m. Eastern. There's something extremely magical happening right now, in this very moment of our lives. Now, we may not be aware of it, or care to take notice, yet it's here, and it continues to go on being magical all the time. It happens so frequently that it can seem normal, obvious, and typical, which is why we might tend to overlook it every day. Yet, truly, this magical thing is more amazing than the mind can fully believe or comprehend. This miraculous thing I'm talking about is our life. And it is happening inside of us, through us, to us, for us, right now. There is a perpetual creation of the experience of you occurring, just for you to enjoy you. There's not much you can do about it. The best thing to do is to just let go and completely surrender yourself to the experience. On a physical level, there are millions of miniature life-giving processes happening inside our bodies right now. There are energies that are keeping our hearts beating, our lungs breathing, our hair growing, our teeth from decaying, and allowing our heart to relax and sleep tonight. Our diaphragms are pulling in a continual flow of oxygenating energy into our lungs, while our bodies are pumping blood to trillions of cells, lovingly transporting the great river of life, giving energy to every cell throughout our bodies. In this moment, as we are here and understanding that billions of brain cells are being engaged in understanding these concepts, it is only in this now moment that we can find this miraculous experience called life and discover where it's coming from. When we stop to appreciate all of the wonderful things that are occurring in our lives, this highly sensitive extrasensory perception begins opening within us. We begin feeling and sensing the divinity that is behind every breath and heartbeat. This sweet sensitivity increases to the point where we can feel the vibrant matrix of intelligence that is weaving itself through all thoughts and things. It's amazing what a little appreciation for this life can open us up in to us. When we start to be grateful for all the little things that we usually take for granted, we can begin to see, smell, taste, hear the deeper meaning of our existence. It becomes possible to actually know on a spiritual level why we are here and what is the true meaning of our lives. We see that everything that is happening around us is actually a miracle, because we realize that we are also a miracle. Perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is the experience of conscious awareness. We can watch the mind think, perceive, make up all sorts of explanations about ourselves and our lives. We can see that when we make the slightest, most subtle shift in our perception of reality, our entire attitude and exploration of life changes. Our body responds differently to stimuli that it once believed was threatening. And we find an entirely new reason for being alive. The mind is the greatest inventor of lies. It never actually sees the truth in all its perfection. It can only see fragments of the truth, catch a glimpse of it here and there, and try to capture it with some fixed yet random creative expression. It is always making up stories about other people, the world, ourselves, and the way that life is. It makes these enormous, glorious assumptions to courageously capture the truth, fit it into a beautiful box that others can appreciate and praise. Yet, the truth is too big for the mind to contain. The truth is everything in this universe that is here now. The mind can only hold on to two things, the past and the future. The mind cannot just be here now in the present. The moment the mind completely surrenders into the burning fire of the now, all grasping disappears and all of our suffering created by the mind, gone. The singer exists only in singing. The walker exists only in walking. So is the ego. The ego exists only in clinging, in possessing things, in dominating things. When there is no domination, no desire to dominate, no desire to cling, no desire to possess, the ego starts evaporating also. Now, if we wish to experience the truly miraculous beings that we are and get a real taste of the amazing life that is ours to enjoy, we must choose to drop the mind. We must choose to give it up completely and let go of all clinging to its righteous beliefs and ways of thinking. That is the only way to be truly alive. Otherwise, we're just living in tomorrow or yesterday, missing out on this wondrous moment of life. The true you can only be found here, this now moment. And one day, this body and mind will be gone, which is why this experience of our lives is so very precious. Our lives are so very, very, very precious. Take the time today to truly enjoy you being here, right now, totally alive. How often do we appreciate the opportunity that we have just to experience what it is like to be alive? This appreciation is our ticket to freedom. It is the main vehicle for liberating ourselves from the mind and its many prisons. To see feel, smell the divinity within all things. We must drop all attachment to the mind and its entanglements. We must choose to merge with it, find peace with the mind within us. Just imagine that you are the sun, and the mind is a small, hard comet heading towards you, about to get burned up in the sun's sacred fire. So my invitation for you right now is enormous. Stop trying to get anywhere. Just drop the mind and see how much you can really enjoy this day, that you are still alive. In this very moment, we are all still here. Who knows about the next moment? Remember this. Choose to do everything you can to be radically alive. Now, my request here is not that you try and push yourself further into your known list of sensory pleasures, mental distractions, or physical addictions. I'm challenging you to go deeper into your aliveness, your spiritual nature. Find a deeper, more authentic joy inside you. Once that contains a deep healing relaxation within it, I want you to find the peace that is within your soul. It is here now, and will help you transcend every hidden anxiety and self-sabotaging behavior you have had. I want you to become so alive, so vibrating with life, that you suddenly realize that you cannot hold on to all your worries and fears, that they are no longer your priority. Imagine, how would it feel to be so relaxed and excited about your life, living in this magical body-mind vehicle you are in, that you forget all insecurity and fear? What if the main reason of your life was to do this? What if finding absolute unending joy was as simple as being fully here now, welcoming this sacred moment and whatever the experience is giving you? What if the goal of your life was to cherish yourself in each precious moment, as if this was the first or last moment of your life? How would you live this day differently if this was your truth? Did you know the translation of the word sin, and I've talked about this before, all it means, and look what sin has done to the civilization of this planet. What do you feel when you hear the word sin? Right? What have you been taught? What have you been conditioned to believe? It's everywhere, isn't it? Okay, so does it instigate guilt? Does it instigate fear, unhappiness? A lot of things, doesn't it? You're a sinner. All throughout the ages, sin. And what it actually means it means to miss the target. That's it. That's sin. You missed the target. It's not about that you did things wrong and you're a sinner. That a man died for your sins. You see how it's been meshed and intermixed with untruths. But see what it's done. I see that life is like a game of darts where the bullseye target is being fully here in this now moment. This is where the divinity, our divine essence, is found. It is the only place in space it is discovered. So why be anywhere else? It is just the habit of the mind to be somewhere other than here now. It doesn't want to be here now. It wants to be tomorrow or yesterday. This is where the divinity, our divine essence, is found. It is the only place and space it is discovered. So why be anywhere else? It is just the habit of the mind to be somewhere other than here now. When we take our eye off the target for an instant, we miss the goal of our life completely. When we are relaxed, open, present, and fully surrendered to what is here now, we can trust life. Joy being held by life. Hit the target each time. The one thing that will always bring us into the now is our body and our breath. I would like you to practice listening to your body intimately. Feel into how it is breathing into you this week. The week coming up, or now. Your choice. Reality. Really. Listen. What is it telling you? Body does not lie. And it's going to clue you in on an entire collaboration of vital information that you really need to know. Listen super closely, as if it were whispering to you from a place very far away. Notice what is the one message it has for you right now. It is pointing you inside, deeper inside, to the point of absolute relaxation, totally dissolving all tension, where you can find real inner peace. It is through your body that you will find the real you, who is forever intimately connected with this universe. Now, when we practice listening to our bodies, letting go of the chit-chat in our minds, we start to hear these subtle messages from this universe that guide us through the daily matrix of life. This universe will show us how to get through this life, how to navigate our way into finding heaven on earth. You, the God within that body in this very now moment, is heaven. Heaven truly is not up there. That's the matrix. You are heaven. You are heaven on earth, and we are beginning to discover this. This is our purpose for being here. To find heaven is here. in this moment. And when we deeply relax into ourselves, into our lives, exactly as they are, we can discover the greatest miracle of all. We can trust that we are on the right path in every moment of our existence. We just see, feel, and deeply accept that we cannot get off the path, no matter what we do. This is true because we are the path. The path is before us, beneath us, right where we are. Walking on the path, we see everyone is perfect, just the way they are. We begin noticing that everyone fits into the grand perfection, with all of their many imperfections. And we realize the great miracle of them all is always here. Here, the most magical source of living is discovered. The real intimacy with life. The meeting of the divine with the mundane in every ordinary and extraordinary experience. And as Osho quoted, liberation is not very far away. It is just hidden behind you. Once you are authentic, the door opens. Door opens. We can be such liars, pretenders, and hypocrites, so deeply false, that's why we feel liberation is very, very, very far away. It is not. For an authentic being, liberation is just natural as anything. Ask yourself this question. Are you devoted to you? Are you devoted to the God within you? And one of the most beautiful experiences in this life is the feeling of devotion. When we are truly devoted, we've released the selfish agenda of our ego and are surrendered to something much greater than ourselves. We've given up every imperative need to get something back in return for our practice of giving. And we are simply enjoying the sensation of being liberated from our perpetual list of demands and needs. We could say that the greatest lovers in the world are those who can relax into the deepest feeling of devotion within their hearts, which is attuned to a love that transcends all conditions, agendas, and limitations. The energy of devotion can take on many forms. We could be devoted to a lifestyle, person, a way of being, a project, or even achieving a desired goal. The difference between being devoted and committed to something is within the quality of the experience. Commitment is more of a mental excursion, while devotion is a journey through the heart. Through devotion, there is this continual undercurrent of love, which flows through every thought, feeling, and word uttered. The love it radiates holds this juicy, heart-opening quality, connecting our mind to our soul, allowing us to taste the sweet, luscious flavor of our own divine existence. When we practice being in the energy of devotion, we are feeding the heart with a joy that has no end to it. This ultimately brings real satisfaction into our lives, filling that great longing and yearning we each have for the everlasting joy we feel is missing inside. Real devotion is one of the greatest secrets to finding our spiritual freedom in this lifetime. The feeling of it alleviates our suffering instantly, as it allows every action to feel sacred and aligned with our life purpose. It is the most essential nutrient necessary to create a truly exquisite life that is deeply fulfilling on all levels. The highest reward for an act of kindness is not what you get by doing it, but what you become by doing it. Unknown. One of the greatest challenges with choosing a life of devotion is that we may fear losing ourselves in the beliefs, heart, mind, or life of our beloved. We might fall into some codependent relationship, feeling an addiction to them, where we may become obsessed by a need for their approval of our every action, belief, and life decision. In this unhealthy state, our beloved becomes like the sun. We become the earth revolving around them. When we remember that we are the sun, and our beloved is just another sun, spirit, that we've met along the way, we can feel that they are actually revolving around our life as well. From this perspective, we experience what a healthy, devoted relationship is like. And these two bodies gravitationally spin around each other in a natural, respectful, meaningful, and magnetic way. In a healthy state of devotion, we are seeing the bigger picture. Our feet are rooted in the ground beneath us. Our branches are extended up, out into the stars. We are not clinging to anyone or anything. We are relaxed in our own essence, feeling alive, conscious, and appreciating each moment of existence. There is a great reverence each day that we have to be in relationship with our beloved. We know it all can end at any moment, and thus never take it for granted. There is a solid feeling of connection to the love shared without depending on it to find the love within ourselves. In this healthy state of devotion, we feel connected with everyone and everything in our world. Love is one of the most dangerous explorations in this life because it is the most rewarding. In order to experience real love, we must choose to completely lose ourselves to it. We must choose to become so devoted to the real feeling of love, the essence of love, that is free from attachment, fear, and possession. We must choose to walk that very fine line between losing ourselves in a healthy or unhealthy way in a devoted relationship. We must choose to take the risk to see ourselves as the beloved sees us, and know that it is our own innocent hearts we are longing to connect with when the day finally comes to an end. As long as our relationship with ourself remains the main priority, we will remain in a healthy state of devotion. we will be aligned to our soul's purpose and thus be able to show up with the greatest love to give. When we live in fear of losing ourselves to our beloved, there is this clinging to our ego. And we end up resisting love, fearing its power, and then not allowing our ego to surrender fully into it. As long as the ego remains in control, love will be kept on the sideline. When we can realize that our heart is the main source of love, the infinite source of love itself, we can share this love endlessly and stop withholding it from others in our lives. As we walk on the path of devotion, we might discover how the ego is an absolute genius at missing the truth. It cannot imagine that there is a bigger love to experience on the inside than when it thinks is on the outside. It is only through exploring total devotion to our soul, our spirit, and infinite self that the sacred meeting of deep eternal love is discovered between you and your beloved. This is the one vital truth to be realized that will let a continual stream of joy flow through your life. When you surrender completely to this infinite source that connects your heart with your soul, you will always rise and fall in love with your beloved. Then you can relax fully into the devotional experience. You are free from the fear of codependency and are no longer worried about becoming lost in the mind and the life of your beloved. You become so rooted in the exploration of deep eternal love within yourself that you can allow yourself to take risks, love deeper, be foolish in how much you do love, and continuously fall further into love with your beloved, over and over and over again. As you dissolve into love, your ego fades. You're not thinking about loving. You're just being love, radiating like the sun. Ram Dass. Join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. Take an easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. There is nothing that can hurt you, for you are eternal. Relax and notice how safe you are in this moment. All that you fear is simply an illusion of the mind. It's time to let down your guard and enjoy the beauty of beingness. This universe is holding you in the most gentle, cozy embrace. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, the following morning. We will return here Sunday, December 31, New Year's Eve, 2023, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's happening within you or outside of you.